Welcome back, Homebodies. As promised, we are going to go over some of the pieces that I purchased in my living room, and I want to kind of give you a bird's eye view of what thrifted, upcycling, and when to save and splurge. I knew that going into design phase with this living room, because I entertain so much, I did not want to have a custom couch price, but I wanted a couch that I wasn't going to see in anyone else's home. So my first train of thought was to go on the hunt for a couch that fit my aesthetic, that I didn't mind having reupholstered. The very first thing that I like to challenge myself to when thinking of upcycling or thrifting a particular item is, am I really committed to actually completing the project and hiring the proper skill set to execute my vision? The next thing that I like to challenge myself to is to look and see if it's actually a quality piece before I purchase. Obviously, the first thing that I looked at were the cushions, and I did see sagging, as you can see, but the actual construction of the couch was very well preserved. Then there was the cording and the skirt, which are two items that are absolutely screaming custom-made furniture. What really made me pursue this seller and actually purchase this particular piece were the arms, the camelback, and the inset cushions. These three features are indicative of furniture that is within the $6,000 to $10,000 price range of custom furnishings. With all of these boxes on my list being checked off to include the design aesthetic, the curvature, I knew that I was committed to getting this piece to exactly my specifications within the reality of this being a high traffic area and this piece of furniture being used religiously because of my family dynamic. Because the original owner opted to just do regular Trillium feel cushions, I do plan to switch those out for a poly down mix, because I just feel like it gives me the fullness that I'm looking for, but with the feel of it not being so stark. With all of that being said, here are the numbers. I paid $100 to the seller. I paid $100 to get it home, and I'll have about $600 in after all labor and materials have been paid for. Next is the piece that actually started all of this. This particular piece, I fell in love with it the moment I saw it on the showroom floor. The curvature, the femininity of it, everything about it spoke so many volumes to me. Don't worry, we'll get into Arlo later, but right now we are going to get into the deets of this coffee table. The very first thing that drew me to this coffee table was the graining of the wood and the color tones. I felt like it was the perfect marriage of gray, yellow, and brown tones to fit the aesthetic and the color palette that I was going for. I loved how the glass topper was smoked and inset into the actual coffee table. I just felt like that gave the coffee table an edge that was unmatched. The obvious reason why I bought it is so that Arlo would have somewhere to look at himself. I did purchase Arlo from a vendor in downtown Atlanta, but I mean, come on, look at that face. The last piece we're going to get into is a very inexpensive piece. I purchased this at my local Hobby Lobby, and I anticipated on styling it so that people will have somewhere to charge their phones. But I also wanted this to be a piece that I could sit flowers on because I just love flowers. These particular this particular hardware, excuse me, that I found on Etsy. I will leave a link to it down below. But the vases, I bought those on clearance at the at-home store approximately 3 years ago. Sorry, I don't have a link to those. Initially, I thought to paint this cabinet pink and add the hardware, but after much thought, I don't even think I'm going to keep the cabinet at all. And this is why I wanted to kind of dive into these particular pieces, so that you don't make the mistake I make and you're not committed to the items and you don't love it before you buy it. And it's a cute idea, but it's not what you're going for. I hope that these few tips can help you distinguish whether you want to thrift, upcycle, or go custom. But until next time, thanks for watching.